Newman coming in. I mean, just incredible. Trying to deal with, obviously, we all know, you know, this is a direct rib right to Colin Fletcher, trying to get after him. Tim Newman coming in here from Newport, South Wales. Spartan Olympia MMA champ. He's all around. He's been in Bama. This is his 4th trip. He was in Bama 4, 5, 6, and now here at 13. Great competitor. More of a traditional all-arounder. We say all-arounder. He can finish you several different ways. He has 2 wins via TKO, 5 wins via sub, and 3 wins via decision with his 10-3 pro MMA record. He honestly can finish you any way that he wants to, but with his opponent, Colin Fletcher, coming here in a few minutes, it will be a very interesting matchup. Well, showmanship versus actual competition level.
Having that superhuman as a nickname, he's going to need it tonight.
Tim Newman is currently on a 2-fight win streak. Most recently defeated Chris Hoban. There you see Tim Newman coming in, taking his lap around the cage. Taking their time, getting a last bit of instructions from the referee.
This one here is going to be a real good fight. A lot of technical, a lot of experience. Guys that probably doesn't have a whole lot of fights, but when you watch them, when you see these two guys go at it, you're going to see they're a lot farther ahead than what their record shows. Great skills in both stand-up and ground.
Tim is only 1-2 in Bama, losing last time via decision to Kurt Warburton. You know, this is a difficult task. You come to a cage and you end up losing all the time. Do you think that plays part of the game tonight? He's worrying about, oh, I've lost in this cage before, I gotta get that victory back?
Well, I think Newman needs to play on Colin Fletcher. He went into to fight in the UFC, and he didn't do so well there. So he's got to play on that of his losses and stuff. He needs to get after him and try and break him down, make him think about that.
Well, I'm not sure if I want to say this actually, but that's a man with no gag reflex. I was told to expect an Undertaker-type entrance, and we're definitely getting it with Colin the Freak Show Fletcher out of Sutherland, England. Unorthodox, extremely unorthodox style. As you see by his walk-in, he's got a different mindset about everything that he does. And like Ken said earlier, he spent some time on the Ultimate Fighter and didn't do very well. Basically got it, the antics and the showmanship doesn't really translate into real skill, at least at that moment. He's here at Bama because he wants to prove that he does have the real skill. He does deserve to be in the big show like Bama, and he's under a bit of a gun to prove to us and the fans at home that yes, I deserve to be here and I can do it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, he does. This is a big show for him right here, and he can actually erase all those bad things if he comes in here and he gets a win and get back on track again.
He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Both were over in the UFC, but he's 8-1 in his previous 9 fights before he went over there, and including 2-0 here in Bama. 4-1 in total combat with 1 loss coming against Dean Caldwell. He is very aggressive, in great shape, Colin Fletcher. He understands the game from a cardio standpoint. Do not let the gamemanship, the showmanship of him coming in to think that he doesn't really have the full game, but he's got to prove it. Take a look here at the tail of the tape for tonight's event. Both guys are 30 years old. The biggest difference, of course, is the height and reach advantage for Colin Fletcher, 6'2" versus 5'11", and this obviously is a lightweight bout at 155 pounds. I'm very interested in to find out, will Colin use his length and reach, or will he allow Tim Superman Newman to sit in front?
The following bout is presented by SMS Audio. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Bama lightweight division. Introducing first the man standing to my left and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 154.5 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist. His record, 10 victories opposite 3 defeats. Fighting out of Newport, South Wales, Tim Superhuman Newman. His opponent stands across the cage to my right and fights out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, his official weight, and even 154 pounds. He is an unorthodox fighter. His professional record, 8 victories opposite 3 defeats, fighting out of Sunderland, England, Colin Fletcher. Your referee, Mark Woodard.
Okay, gentlemen, you understand the rules of this contest. Do you have any questions on those rules? Okay, if you wish to touch gloves, do it now. Back to your corners.
Obviously, the pop and the showmanship going towards Colin Fletcher. But make no mistake about it, Tim Newman is here to win tonight.
Yeah, you know, I'm interested to see how Colin Fletcher is going to get back into the big show here and get back on track and erase those bad memories.
He did tell me privately that he is very thankful that Bama gave him a shot to be back on a big show and that he wants to prove it, to show that he just wasn't at himself when he was fighting before, and he wants to prove that he's back again the way he should be.
Yeah, you know, and it's one thing he's good at, and I've watched him. He's really patient, but boy, when he has the opportunity, man, he turns it up to another notch.
Very confident stand-up skills, you can see here, chopping leg kicks, using his range a little bit less than I thought he would be, but he's doing a great job at catching out that front leg and using his kicks to keep Tim Newman away from him as much as possible.
He set him up for a takedown. He's still striking with him and letting him think about the strikes. He got
great
caught.
Jabbing hand right there by Tim Newman. Caught Fletcher clean on the chin.
Yeah, and you see him working, and he is striking, he's throwing, he's making him think he's a strike, but he's definitely setting up for a takedown. Nice kick. Nice kick.
Great chopping kick. Turns his knees all the way over. Does perfect form and technique on that right kick straight to the leg.
Nice exchange. Nice exchange.
The problem with Colin is that because he's so tall to most of his opponents, he's always having to punch down, which takes up a lot of his power. Isn't that correct, Ken?
It is true, you know, and being able to get leverage on it, you can't do it when you're trying to punch down at it. You can't turn your hips over because you're punching down. So if he could squat down and turn over those a little bit, he'd be good, but he stands pretty tall. And he's not doing bad. Like I said, he hasn't reached that plateau yet. And just like with Newman, I think they're both they're definitely busy, and I like it. But I think they've got another level they're going to go to here. You're just waiting. But they're both staying busy, and that's something you have to do because you can't give it really around trying to feel somebody out. They're feeling each other out, but at the same time, they're still coming after each other, and that's what you have to do in today's MMA.
Wow, cutting elbow by Colin Fletcher that completely missed, and Newman throws a punch and hits him around the back, around the neck on the way through because of the way Colin fell forward.
Yeah, he's got to check those kicks. Colin's landing those kicks and getting caught with a nice exchange. That's how Colin's going to land his kicks. He's got to set him up with those punches.
That jab seems to be starting to work a little bit more for Newman. He's sliding it through. He's splitting right down the middle.
There it is.
But he's blocking a lot of kicks and not returning much at the end of it.
Yeah, and right now, both of them are landing. Both of them are landing. It's just, they're both exchanging here, and sometimes one checks, the other one counters, or one checks and the other one counters, so they're both doing what they need to do.
Oh! Great right hand! Puts him down to canvas. Elbow's coming through the center.
Yes, I told you, he's turning up to another level, man. We got to watch that armbar.
Here we go, perfect armbar position in. Great job by Colin Fletcher to turn the corner, get out of it.
You got to watch that
armbar.
armbar.
Newman will not give up on that armbar. He's staying in there nice and tight. He's got it. He's got to get it fully extended. He's crossed the legs over in front. Colin's having a much harder time to get out of this one now.
He's okay, but he's got to stop punching. He's got to stop punching. Every time he punches, he comes up and exposes that arm.
Wow, great position change by Newman to stay tenacious with it, but great patience by Colin Fletcher to battle out of both of those deep armbar positions. With less than 2 minutes left in this first round, so a lot of time left.
Well, it's good because, you know, you got Colin who knocked him down with a punch, and then Newman comes back to an armbar, so it was a great exchange there, a knockdown and a submission attempt. So both these guys are really learning how to counter one another, and I don't have either one of these guys winning the round. They're both really kind of being aggressive, and they're both landing and doing what they need to do.
Incredible work by Newman to battle his way back up to the cage, use it to his advantage, and get himself back on his feet for a complete restart.
Yep, now this is one of those fights where you find out which one has the iron will.
Fletcher's turning it up. He knows he can knock him out with that right hand. Now he's going to start throwing some knees on the inside, too, as he jumps forward. Because Newman's starting to duck his head out of the way. He's going to catch him.
And, you know, too, when you land a punch like that, that was a nice right hand. When you land a punch like that, like Colin landed on Newman, right there, held him again. I was just going to say,
he landed down. Here he comes, he's got him tied up. Newman going right back to the armbar.
See, Colin got it out right there. He's pounding, he's in a bad spot. Newman's in a real bad spot.
He's caught against the cage all the way to Colin Fletcher on top of him. No way to tie up his arms or his hands. Triangle position. Good job by Colin to pop his head out, turn around the corner.
Elbows. Colin's got it just constant right now, man. This is one thing about Colin that when I watch him fight, he has opportunities, boy. He just lets it go. Here he is right here, moving around. Now, see right here, I don't understand why he didn't slide into the mount, because then he could have started raining down punches and maybe even finished the fight or at least worked for a submission. He chose to go side control, but yet still in good position.
Coming up with 10 seconds left. Colin Fletcher took over the end of this fight, the end of this round, and completely now dominated. He's got the choke in deep. Does he? Nope, popped his head out. He's good.
Punch. Oh my gosh.
Good position by Colin Fletcher. What a great job. Coming in, coming out. Great 3-4 attempts. Very, very deep, very, very hard. And Colin gets out of all of them very, very easy.
Welcome to Bama, baby.
What a great round of fighting right there as we're getting ready in between rounds here.
Oh, man, look at this right here. Wham, right down the pike, and then went for a kick. This is what I like about Colin right here. He jumps on him. He knows he hurt him. He just starts raining down punches. But he's got to watch out for that arm bar, because one thing, he jumps into that guard, and Newman swings those legs around and tries that arm bar. But, man, what a punch. And he did it twice in that round.
Amazing position by both guys. Hopefully a minute was enough time for him to recover, because they had a lot of action. Let's see what happens now as we get the corners out of the cage, get the doors locked, and get started for the second round.
You know, this is something right here where he just landed 2 of those punches, and you know that's there. So Colin's going to set it up. I hope Newman has learned from that and that he moves his head, because he can't. I don't think he's going to be able to take another one of those shots.
Now he's kind of...
knee
right up the center. Great job by Colin to throw that knee in. Nice takedown, nice takedown. Good position, side mount. Now what can he do with it, though?
Look at Colin sweep his arm as soon as he hits the ground. Sweeps it around his hips there so he can roll him. Sweep.
Back on top, Colin Fletcher. Nice position, puts himself right back on top now. He's in a position for a submission exchange.
He's choking him right now. He's got his weight on him. He's trying to squeeze the air out of him.
You can see Newman's face. He's wincing in pain.
Yep.
Fletcher's got a tight choke on him, tight neck crank on him.
He's got a choke right there. If he can drag that arm and bring those arms straight back, he'll be able to finish it. But unless he can do that, it's going to be hard to finish him. Look at Newman actually trap his arms with his legs. Great move right there, because he's going to have to move side position and then try for something else, because he's not going to be able to use one arm to pull those arms down and finish the choke.
Nice position by Colin Fletcher, riding up high, knee underneath the elbow.
Yeah, how he's trying to scoop. He's trying to scoop that head up and try and step that leg over like that, see if he can get a choke. And Newman traps his arm. If Newman wanted to, he could probably throw some elbows from here. He's got Colin's arm trapped and his other arm trapped, and he can really start even throwing some elbows there, but I think he's afraid of letting go if Colin could really move into a mount.
Colin Fletcher on top, Tim Newman on the bottom. Frank Trigg, Ken Shamrock here for you, Bama 13. Incredible battle right now going off right here in the second round. Colin Fletcher was caught up in 4 different tight armbar submissions, gets out of all of them in the first round. Now has Tim Newman underneath.
He's working a side choke, brother. Look at that. He's working a side choke. He got his arm under his armpit. He's got his other arm under his head, and he's trying to sweep that arm with his head and then try and step over to the far side. He gave up on that, but he was setting up for it.
Doing a great job. You see Colin Fletcher trying to keep that elbow tied up so he can't get back in the guard. Always underneath that elbow with his hip.
Crossbody choke.
Nice and tight.
Crossbody choke.
He's got the position. Can he hit it?
No, lost it.
Little forearm structure, trying to pressure across.
Yeah, see how heavy he's putting that forearm in his throat right there? Now that takes the wind out of you.
Newman's not going to tap from that position, but there's definitely a lot of weight on it. Back in the armbar again, but then Fletcher easily knows it's coming and pulls himself out.
Now, Newman that time didn't reach up for the arm. He just kind of rolled his legs around it. He didn't really reach up and tighten it up like he does with that right there.
He's trying to go for a triangle every time that Fletcher brings his arms down.
Fletcher, I don't know why he's diving in with an elbow like that. He's in a triangle position, and he's putting himself in a bad spot by throwing his elbow down bent. Step over.
Setting up for a shoulder lock with Plata.
He needs to step over.
Good job by Fletcher. Bailed himself out, changed positions, ends up back on top again.
He's doing a good job at positioning and moving. He seems like over and over he's been trying to step over and catch that head. And I know he's setting up for something. He possibly come back for an armbar.
Tuck choke going on. Looks like he's trying to pull that elbow across. Has to get Newman flat here. He's got the tuck choke on.
Yep, that's
He's
a crossbody choke.
There it is.
Crossbody choke, baby.
He's got it in a set nice and tight.
He can't get out.
He's got to walk his hips a little bit further towards Newman's shoulders to try to finish this out. He's doing a good job of spreading out.
If he gets out of this, I'll be surprised. I'll be just unbelievable heart. But that's tight.
Fletcher's long. He's got a lot of space in here.
He needs to drop his hips. See how he lifted his hips up, Fletcher did? He let his arm out.
And that gave Newman a chance to bring his elbow back and through, and that's how he got out of it.
That's a mistake.
That's a finishing position. The fight should be over, but now he's still in this battle. Still winning, but still in this battle. Less than a minute to go here in the second round.
Now he's got his feet on it. Newman really needs to try and get himself out of this. Maybe even try to stand up and get on his feet, change his pace a little bit, because he seems to be doing the same thing over and over again. And Fletcher keeps blocking and blocking and then pounding on him. And then trying that crossbody choke, even an armbar side choke.
Wait in a triangle, he's got tight. He worked into a triangle, it's tight, hard, it's deep, he's locked behind the leg. What can Fletcher do from here to get out?
Wow.
He's got the armbar too, and the triangle.
Wow.
He has both positions now, and he's back on top of the armbar.
Oh, I don't know why he let go of that choke. Oh my gosh.
Fletcher battles his way out of a deep finishing position triangle and a deep finishing armbar. Ends up back on top to throw down some more elbows on Tim Newman's head.
Why did he let go of that choke? Was he losing it? I'm not sure, because it looked like that was deep. And he transitioned to armbar.
Normally we would say that's an inexperienced problem. But this guy, Tim Newman's 10-3. He's got experience.
Yes.
He's been a professional fighter for a while. Why he would let go of that position, unless his legs were burnt out, he was flying out because he was squeezing so hard and Colin wasn't even gurgling yet, is the only reason why I could think he would let go of that position.
Yeah, and it's when he had that choke, he didn't pull the head down. You know, that would have better made it like even instant.
What an amazing position.
Look at this, right here, he didn't pull the head down. All you do is just reach up and pull that head down.
He's trying to push the arm across, doesn't quite get it. He's in an armbar position, rotates to the armbar position, sits up, and now he makes the mistake of switching to the armbar. He should have stayed in the choke at that position.
Yeah, that's, man, Fletcher, yeah, you got to give it to Colin for being able to move him over and get out of that. But still, yeah, I believe that was a mistake. He tries for a key lock there, but he's got the leg in the way.
If you're looking at both these guys right now, as they're staying in their corners, Fletcher looks like he just started a fight, and Newman looks like he's already going into the 5th round.
Woo! Wow, this is a great fight right here. If you ain't watching it, you're missing one hell of a fight.
Here it comes, nice kick, man. Every time he chops in with that right leg, kick just catches you right behind the knee and makes you almost buckle to your knee.
It's, you know, we talked a little bit at the beginning of the fight about that iron will, and this is where it comes in, man. You know you're tired, you went through a hell of a fight, and you just got to will yourself through this, because both of them are pretty tired from that last round and finished strong, and now it's just about willing yourself to do it, to get after it, put combinations together.
Oh, knee right to the chin.
That was
Newman,
sweet.
Newman dips in to try to get a takedown and pays the price by catching Colin Fletcher's knee right on his noggin.
Yep, and you know that's what you know how he started that round. He's patient. He was waiting. He was technical. This is a sign that he believes he's being out-fought on the stand-up in the ground, and he needs to make something happen. And I think Colin's, you know, thought process is, yeah, he has to force it now. He's been outmaneuvering him, and it's been a great fight. But I gotta think that Colin Fletcher has got the edge because he knocked him down twice.
Wow, good position change. Turn, hunting up for the double leg, but puts himself into a guillotine choke.
Oh!
Colin's got long, lanky arms, great bony forearms. If he can get it at the chin, lost on the way down the roll, but he's back on top again. An easy takedown for Colin Fletcher and back inside position. Yeah,
he's just constantly grinding him. He's got him in a cross. Now, he lost it. He keeps lifting up when he has that arm going across the throat. He lifts up and is allowed for Newman to pull that arm back across. But right here, I think now he's just really got to keep putting pressure. He's got to push the pressure, because you know there's got to be a breaking point for both these guys, and the more you keep pushing it, you're going to find it. And this is where Colin needs to go.
Colin's throwing elbows. They're not getting cleanly through, but they're all doing damage because they're banging against the arms and shoulders of Tim Newman. Newman's bleeding now under the left eye, I believe it is, and that's got to give you an adrenaline rush, especially Colin when he sees that. He knows that he's doing his damage. Yeah, right here, he should be spinning her backside, stepping over, maybe even to the other side, even though he may not catch his back, but it'll get him to come back across, and then he'll be able to attempt a crossbody choke or an armbar.
Far side armbar.
Good position, nice and tight for Colin Fletcher on top of Tim Newman. He's go ahead and keeps his knees inside, doesn't allow the elbows to come through or the knees, so he won't lose this position, and just trying to find a way to finish. It's almost like he's
looking for a key lock.
Now waiting his time to find out what submission can I pull off to finish this fight off.
Yeah, and I like how Colin's staying busy, and Newman seems to be fading. You know, he's not really have the explosiveness. It's crossbody choke.
He's got it in again. He's got it nice and deep, but can he walk his hips away and get his hips down?
He needs to step over to this side. He needs to come to the other side, and then he'll have it.
Come across. He's got the arm caught, and he's content to stay where he is and let it go.
They've been using a lot of energy. I'll tell you, this has been a really high-octane fight. So now he's attempting a key lock there with the wrist. And a lot of this here is, I think, is just a showing him submissions, not really attempting it, and then coming back and striking him and making him move.
Colin Fletcher literally putting on a clinic right now of showing how to keep a guy underneath you while you're inside and being able to still rain down elbows upon him. Because Tim is really in a position where he's been trying to get up. He's not just laying here. He's trying to get up and get out, and Fletcher just will not let him go.
We talk about being tired and letting your submission and your technique take over. This is where you see a seasoned veteran be able to get tired and be able to let all his skills take over and do them properly. You see Newman really, when he's on the ground, he's not even using his feet. When Colin Fletcher was in side control, he didn't use his feet, he didn't put his knees inside, he didn't pull guard. He kind of just let him stay there, let Colin Fletcher stay there and pound on him. And, you know, that right there is something I guess he'll learn after time, maybe even looking at this fight, that no matter, even if you're tired, you have to let your instincts of your technique take over, and that's when you're in a bad position, you got to get guard. And he's in a half guard right now. He should be pushing the hips away, trying to slide his knees inside, and at least get guard so he can stop Colin from raining down punches. See right there, he's just he's trying to pull on him. There's no way he's finishing that from there. He's trying for a side choke. It ain't gonna happen because he doesn't have position. And we talked about being tired, man. You know, that's the rounds and rounds you put into the gym when you get tired and you have fresh guys on you all the time. You rely on your technique to get you through those rounds, and that's what Newman has to do it right here. And now he's back in position, and he should have done that a long time ago.
About 10 seconds left, though, Ken. There's not much he can left here to do. I can't think he's going to be able to finish Colin in any position.
No, and I tell you, Colin's been putting on a real ground and pound show right here. Great finish right there, man. I'll tell you, this is a great fight to watch. Both these guys are working hard. Put out a lot of heart, man.
Amazing work by both these guys. Incredible position changes, great swing throughs. Guys getting on their spaces, getting their positions. Colin Fletcher showed that he deserves to be back in the game. He deserves to be in the big leagues, and he put himself back on a win streak, where after going 0-2 in his last couple of fights, now is 1-2 in his last 3, but he's also 3 for 2 out of his last 5. He's been doing a great job, and just had a little bit of a hiccup, and now he's trying to prove to himself that, hey, I'm back on track again.
Look at this, boom, down the pike, man. And then this is what I like, is that Colin just tries to finish, man. He comes in hard and strong. He's gonna learn from this tape, though, that when he does get in a seat, he can't really jump in and leave his arms hang. Oh, nice knee down the pike. That right there will really hurt. Great sweep for Newman right here. This is round 2, where Newman actually has an opportunity to do something on top. Colin Fletcher sweeps his arms. This is round 3 right here. This is right here, watch this. Bam, right in the chin.
Amazing position, but let's see how tough that Newman is. He took those punches, those knees, and walked right through it. Incredible job. Let's throw it up to Mike Markham.
We go to the judges' scorecards for the final decision. Andy Roberts, Kevin Capel, and Nigel Burgess all score this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Colin Fletcher.